I'm Kirsty Meakin from Nail Nails. In this video, we're going to do something really exciting. You have all asked for this video, so this is just for you. We are doing Suicide Squad. And we're going to concentrate on doing a couple of the characters. One is Harley Quinn, and then we're going to do a evil boyfriend, the Joker.
Cool. It's the worst Joker impression I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that hurt me.
It's like Winnie the Witch.
Yeah, it was more witchy, that was.
wasn't it?
It was quite witchy.
So we're going to do a full look on this hand, on all the 5 nails. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the hand a little bit like this. I'm going to fold it over and then we're going to line them up so we see the design go across the nails rather than doing it like this. Because obviously I can't take a finger off and make it the same length like this. You see, I would have to shorten that finger or decapitate these fingers. But can't do that.
These models just won't go as far as they need to, don't they?
They won't. We're going to put the main character in the middle, which is beautiful. Harley Quinn. I really like her. I like her style. She's a bit crazy. I think I need to do a fancy dress as a... You know what I mean? We're going to put, if the fancy dress comes up, I am dressing
With the
it
pigtails.
with the pigtails. And I've got one side pink, so I just need blue the other side.
I'll do that for you.
Do you know what I mean? Look cool and makeup. Like that. Just have to put nice makeup on and then cry. Or just like have a really good rub of my eyes and then ta-da! So I've already got a set of nails on. They're just done in an almond shape. These are actually an old set of nails that we filled and filled and filled. And they're from a photo shoot that we did a while ago. So they're just on, they've been filled, we've tidied them up. So don't worry about the fact that we've got a bit of netting sort of in there. I'm going to cover all that up with gel polish and paints and everything. Okay, so I'm going to start this design from the middle and work my way out. And that's how I always sort of start anything that is progressing across all the nails. I will start at the middle and work my way out and sort of plan it as I go. I've got it planned in my head a little bit. We'll see how it works out on the nail. I like just, make it up as I go along, to be honest. So here we go. On this nail, I just need to make sure it's nice and clean. So I'm going to clean over with some acetone. I want it really dry. No oils or anything like that. So I'm going to base them all with What a Body, which is a nice nude colour. And I know that they are, a nude-ish colour at the minute because they are done with natural beige. But I want something to work on. I want a nice gel polish to work on. And I want a nice clean colour. I also want to cover up anything that's underneath, like this netting that we've got inside. I'm going to cure that for 1 minute LED, 2 minutes UV. Oh, palette. I'm going to pull out my beautiful palette. It's starting to look like a piece of art. You could win this. We could do a little
let's do a competition.
To win Kirsty's palette. A bit strange, but we could do that. If anybody wants it, does anybody want it?
What is Harley Quinn's real name?
What did you tell me it was?
This is for the competition.
Ah, right, okay. So if you want to win my decorative palette, if you want it, think anybody wants it?
You're going to Google it. That's a question you can Google.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's Casey's middle name?
Is that really your middle name?
Yeah.
Is it? All right.
Yeah, did you not know it was? No.
I just thought you were
Flamboyant? No, that is my middle name. I used to get teased when I was at school. So,
I think it's a lovely middle name.
the first person to comment on this video with my middle name, you will win this palette. And I'm sure it'll have lots more paint on it by the time you get it as well. So I'm going to get some paints out. Okay, so we've got violet, black, rose pale, brilliant green light, ultramarine, zinc white and flesh tint. That's what I've got out for now anyway. I might add more as we go. I'm going to start by just mapping out where I'm going. So I'm just going to water down some white paint so it's like a wash. So I'm literally just mapping out where a face is. Before I put a face in, I'm going to mix a grey just to do a little bit of colour in the background. So I've just given a bit of shading and everything like that to her neck, and I've added in a little bit of detail of the brick wall that she's sort of leant up against, I suppose. So I'm just watering down the flesh tint and going over with a wash. You're going to wait for that to dry and you're going to do it again, and that's going to build some colour. I've just added a bit of red ochre. I'm literally just mapping out where the features are. And I've just done some dots so I can see where her nose is, top of her lip, bottom lip, how big the eyes are. I'm going to add a little bit of rose pale to her cheeks. I'm going to water that down. If you make your paints into a wash when you want to control it a little bit more, it'll help you to build the colour slowly rather than adding like a whole heap of colour and waiting forever for that paint to dry. When you make it into a wash, it'll dry really quickly, and you know, the polycolour paints are so pigmented that it's so easy to water down and still get, you know, quite a lot of colour there. I've just mixed some red ochre and black to make kind of like a muddy colour, and I've watered it down so we've got a wash, and then with the wash we're going to add some shading to the face, and we can start to add a bit of shading where the hair will be. And I've just added some definition to the eyebrows. I didn't just go like across, I didn't just do like a line going across, I did tiny little strokes, so it made it a little bit more realistic. Even this is like, it is quite a cartoony image that we're doing, but I just wanted to make it look a little bit more realistic, so we still got a bit of realism going on. I'm just using Rich Gold to do a hair. We'll highlight with a pale yellow. Using bright yellow from the Polycolour acrylic paints. We're going to use this to highlight some details for the hair. Quite simple strokes really. I'm just going to add a bit of shadow. I'm just using a muddy wash really for that. These will be your more detailed strokes. I'm just going to add a necklace here. She has a necklace that says pudding. That's not because she likes pudding. And then I'm told that she's got pudding around her neck because that's what she calls the Joker. She calls him Pudding.
It's very
I'm just going to line these up and just roughly use the gold. And I can go across and start to line up where her hair is. I'm going to do the same thing here for the pink side of the hair. Basically this is just a guide so I can see where I'm going to add the detail. Since she hasn't got to keep her fingers sort of, you know, in an uncomfortable position, I can now work on that without having to look at this nail. So I've just added a little bit of primary blue, believe it or not, to the blue marine and white that I mixed, just to give it a better colour. And I want you to do like little strokes. This is what I've got to do to make this look like hair. And it'll also sort of blend them into each other. And I'm going to make this blue a little bit darker. And then do a similar thing that I did just, but don't go as far up. So it deepens and gives a little bit more sort of shading to the hair. Now I'm going to add some highlights. I just need to shade this little bit here. We've got this bobble as well. It needs to be highlighted. I'm going to do the background now, which is quite simple. Just going to mix a grey, obviously with black and white. So I'm just going to add some brickwork. The detail still shows through of the wall, but this just gives it a bit of a tone of the pink on the back of the wall as well, because the wall's not just a brick colour or a dirt colour, it's got a bit of pink on as well. So I'm going to move on and do exactly the same on this nail and do the pink at the end of the hair there. Painted the pink ponytail. I'm going to seal them all in with Mega Gloss. That's going to seal all the artwork in. So that's what they look like, those three nails all together, so you can see the full image now of a face and a ponytail that's coming out.